Care este numele, istoricul și experiența dumneavoastră?
My name is Mihail Alexandronică, and I have studied in the UK for 4 years, having completed a master's in marketing and even working in this field. I have 1 year of experience, having worked as a web content manager, marketing executive, social media manager, and copywriter.
Câți ani de experiență?
1 year and 2 months.
Degeaba!
And this is how I would say that most entry-level position interviews feel like nowadays. But not this one, because this one is a little different. Here, I have the opportunity to showcase myself, really, by doing something like this. By going on a stage like this, and even this. But seriously, I am excited that I can express my enthusiasm for this role and my qualifications in another format. I was first attracted by this role after I found out that I will be doing something I wanted to do consistently ever since a young age. That's content creation. Throughout my life, I have always circled back to creating a piece of digital media and uploading it, with that constant itch at the back of my head every time I was not doing so. I guess that's what happens when you grow up with YouTube. So why was I not consistent with this? Well, for starters, I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life. And then at the peak of COVID, I have failed my med school exam because at that time I wanted to be a surgeon. But fortunately enough, I have developed later on a passion for business and for marketing. And as I have gathered work experience and theoretical knowledge during my undergraduate and master's degrees, I slowly but surely began falling in love with multiple aspects of marketing: branding, messaging, strategy, and even analytics. And nowadays, I'm especially most fired up by digital media. As I have told you before, I want to get to a point where I'm able to create digital masterpieces. Because in my view, marketing has this amazing potential to take the most mundane object and make it magical. After all, who doesn't love Terry Crews screaming in their face about some random body wash?
Old Spice Odor Blocker Body Wash. Black, 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 black.
Moreover, I enjoy how the combination of analysis and informed strategy leads to fruitful results. I don't know, I just get this weird satisfaction from looking at numbers, seeing where things underperform, fixing them, and then seeing those numbers go even higher. If you haven't caught it up yet, I have a deep knowledge of internet culture and memes since 2012, which is something that I consider essential, since nowadays there's a huge shift in buying power from the older generations to the millennials and Gen Zers. I mean, even my Instagram page was a meme page before I turned it into a personal one. Again, circling back to content creation. Now, having previously ventured into increasingly uncomfortable situations, mostly by leading a lot of teams, I have proven time and time again that I can learn really quick, sometimes on the fly, while also successfully steering a team into completing a shared goal. And from a professional perspective, I believe that's what makes me the right fit for this position. Not only do I have a strong basis of creative skills, but also a plethora of successful work experiences. Things which will allow me to assimilate easily into the team and hit the ground running when starting out in this role.
But I don't want this to be a buzzword, hire me please buzzword.
Beyond my professional side, filled with skills and knowledge, I am also a person with some strong values and motivations. Things which for me weigh more in my determination to work with you than my professional readiness. For the past 6 consecutive years, I have been obsessed with self-improvement. taking massive ownership of my own development across multiple areas: academical, personal, and even professional. I can't fathom a day where I'm not learning something or becoming better in some kind of way. And that's why I am holding myself to quite some high standards, and I'm very careful where I'm spending my time. But everything I do stems from something even deeper. I believe that the most painful state of being is remembering a future you never had. I'm only 24, and just like everybody else, I have my own fears. My biggest fear is wasting my life. The fear that one day I will just blink, the years will blur, and I will realize one day that I have never truly lived with intention. I just reacted to everything. I only have a few regrets, but they were hurtful enough for me to make me one from myself. And not because I want to be showered in gold or anything, but because I truly feel that I can do it. And applying for this role, doing all of the tasks, and hopefully eventually working in this role means that I'm living with true intention, especially after seeing how demanding the environment will be and how it will literally force me to live intentionally. And this is why I'm both extremely excited about the role and think that I'm the right fit for it, as much as it is the right fit for me.
The only problem is that, again, I see this differently. I don't merely see this as a, oh, you meet all of the check marks, so welcome in.
I see this as a long-term partnership. A partnership where both of us help each other meet our goals, no matter how small or big they are. A partnership which brings more value to the world in ways not possible before. A partnership meant to last and flourish through the most challenging times. One which allows both of us to conquer the highest peaks. Do these ideals seem impossible? Maybe. But I know I am ready to take this on. Are you?